Hello everyone, welcome back to Education 560. As you are aware, the name of this course is Successful Inclusion for Educational Leaders. In this Week 1 presentation, we will explore the term or concept of inclusion and inclusive practices. And we will also explore the mindset of inclusion and how it has evolved over the last 20 plus years. Inclusion is a term used frequently in educational systems in the United States and around the world. If you were asked by somebody today, what is inclusion? Think about what your response would be. Would your answer be something to the effect that it's a physical placement of a child with a disability or student with a disability in a regular classroom? Would it be it is placing a student who has enough skill academically or behaviorally to keep up and function within a regular class? Or would your answer be, well, it's something that we need to do legally? The terms inclusion and inclusive practices are not easily defined for a number of reasons, such as a lack of specific reference and definition in laws and regulations, inconsistent to irresponsible implementation of methods in schools, and lingering misconceptions. To develop an informed understanding, during this course we will explore our initial perceptions and attitudes, and as well as our experiences with inclusion. And we'll reflect on the perceptions of others and also how these attitudes may have formed. And we'll also look at developing our own conclusions following course activities that may differ from our initial opinions. In my 20 plus years in the education field, I've overheard and read many perceptions and opinions of inclusion. These statements have had a strong effect on me as I remember each one specifically. The following are a sample of these perceptions and opinions that have actually influenced the development of this course. Some of the statements that I have heard and read over the years. Inclusion is just an excuse for dumping students in regular education classrooms. Inclusion means that students who need supports won't get them. Inclusion means full inclusion. The students are to be in all regular classes. Students with disabilities are bullied by their classmates. Inclusion is just a way for the district to save money. It's not our job as classroom teachers to teach special education students. We don't have the training. I'm not willing to get sued or get a bad evaluation because these students don't have the coverage they need. What about the other students? They deserve the attention and support. These students can't keep up with the Common Core. It slows down my whole class. The following two statements had a particular effect on me because they were said to me by support teachers who have the role of supporting and advocating for students with disabilities in the school. One said, "I still don't understand this inclusion thing. These students are much better off with me all day learning what they really need." And another teacher said, "If a kid has an IEP, they get a 75% from me no matter what they do. I'm not getting sued." Why do some educational professionals and other stakeholders continue to communicate negative opinions decades after students with disabilities were permitted by law to attend regular public schools and attend schools with their peers without disabilities? We will explore the evolution of inclusive education more in depth in a later presentation. Interesting similar opinions and beliefs were communicated throughout the stages in this evolution of methods and practices. As I hope you will appreciate, I believe it's time in the presentation to discuss positive aspects of inclusion and highlight effective practices and strategies used by teachers and support personnel to create more accessible classrooms where students with diverse strengths and needs have opportunities to learn together.